don't think I need these anymore. Right. I'm going to start with some Bach on the tenor recorder. We're going to be looking at the Fifth Brandenburg Concerto as well as the Orchestral Suite in B minor, also by Bach. And I think we'll be starting with the Fifth Brandenburg first. I feel like doing that one before the Orchestral Suite. But we could also do the Orchestral Suite as a warm-up. I haven't learned all the movements yet. We could start with the rondeau and then go into the sarabande. Again, this is a tenor recorder. It's much larger than you would expect a recorder to be. Has a very nice mellow range. Like the lowest note here is middle C. And it's just a very nice instrument. I really like its mellow voicing. You could use it to play some of these earlier Baroque pieces that were written for the transverse flute or the Western concert flute that's played by the side. And so I'll just play some selections by Bach from his Orchestral Suite No. 2. This will be his rondeau. Right, the next part of Bach's Suite No. 2 will be a sarabande. This is a slow Spanish dance. There's an emphasis on the second beat per each of the measures. And you'll see a lot of ornamentation as well as in this style of Baroque dance. Let me first put on my sunglasses. It's getting a little bit bright. The sun is right in my eyes. that was the Sarabande from Bach's Orchestral Suite Number 2. Let's move on to some of the other dances that it has in this orchestral piece. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're just joining, I'm playing some music on my recorder outside live, so please enjoy. It's going to be a mix of pieces by Bach, usually written for the regular flute, but on this instrument I'm able to play in that same range, so it's very nice to try it on a different instrument. Great, I'm going to go and attempt the bourrée next. So this is a fast French dance, and there's actually 2 bourrées. I'm going to just be doing the first one. I haven't looked at the second one in a long time, so I'll just go through the first one here. Maybe we'll try to sight read the second one, who knows. Alright, so here's bourrée number 1 from the Orchestral Suite Number 2. Thank you so much. Yeah, so a little bit rough on the second bourrée there, but I haven't looked at it in a long time. It's supposed to be much faster. Something like that. A little bit faster than that, actually. It's a bourrée. But yeah, a very fun piece to play nonetheless. Okay, I'm actually going to skip by one movement here. Oops, I dropped my music. I'll skip to the minuet because I can't play the polonaise on this instrument. It's a little too high for that. We could try it to minuet and then a slow run through to the bandinieri, which is that very famous flute piece by Bach. Right, here's the minuet. And I also like to add a trio to this. There isn't a trio written in. I like to do another minuet from one of Bach's orchestral suites as a trio. I'll be selecting the minuet in D major for that, but yeah, here's the minuet in B minor from his orchestral suite. Alright, next I'll go through the bandinieri, but very slowly. I haven't been able to play it at speed at all, so it's a bit of a challenge, so we're going to take it slow and just try to read through it. Alright. so yeah, that's the first section of it, the A section. It's very rough. There's a lot of cross fingerings, especially at this part. That part is so difficult. There are so many of these accidentals. If I show the, I think it's mirrored there, but the A section right before the repeat, there's so many accidentals there, and they're all cross fingerings on this instrument. All right, now let's play a little bit of Brandenburg Concerto 5 before we wrap this up. And this is one of, again, Bach's concertos. This is going to be the fifth of his Brandenburg concertos. It's the one that has the harpsichord solo on it. The opening melody goes like this. I'm not going to be taking it that fast because I don't want to pass out, but we're going to try and run through at least the first two movements. The third movement we'll try and get through if we do have time at the end of this. Alright, so without further ado, here's Brandenburg Concerto number 5 and the first movement. I think we're just going to skip right into the flute part. I could play the intro again. Let's do that, yeah, okay. And then this is the harpsichord solo for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we get back to the melody. Thank you. Alright, movement number 2. This is affitoso, and it's a very slow movement. It goes into D major, so we got a very pretty flute solo in D major, and about 25% throughout the movement. And then we have this very mysterious F sharp minor part as well. So it's going to start in B minor first, and then the melody will be passed around kind of like a canon or a fugue, and then we'll get into those different solo areas as we go on. was the second movement of Brandenburg Concerto number 5 by Bach for the solo violin, the solo harpsichord, and the solo flute. Let me see how much time we have left. Okay. Debating on doing the third movement, but I think I'm going to save it for some other time because my hands are on fire doing all those fast parts. Thinking of what else I could fill my time with here. How about I just play like random tunes, I guess. Let me know in the comments if you recognize any of these pieces. I guess I'll just start playing like random stuff. so much for tuning in, and yeah, it's been amazing to return to streaming and seeing all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please do something nice for someone, and wishing all of you a wonderful rest of the week. Take care now, and thank you so much for tuning in.